Hello, welcome to today's class. Today we are going to look into how we can use Autocad tools to draw our floor plan. Right, like this building you are seeing on the screen, it's been drawn in Autocad and it's been modeled in Revit architecture. You can also draw your plan in Revit architecture also, but let's look at how we can use Autocad tools to draw our floor plan. Like, let me show you the floor plan of this building. Okay, this is the floor plan of this building. So I'm going to take you through how you can use your AutoCAD tools, AutoCAD 2D tools to draw your floor plan. But before that, we are going to look at some consideration on some standard square meter or the minimum square meter that each space of your plan, for instance the living room, the kitchen, the toilet, the lobby, the room, the master bedroom, each of these spaces, they have their minimum standard. So let's quickly go over it so that it can guide you when you are doing your own floor plan drawing in AutoCAD. Right, so let me show you some of those minimal requirements. So if you want to draw a floor plan, you need to know the size of your room, the minimum size of your room, the minimum size of your toilet, the minimum size of your visitor toilet, the minimum size of your kitchen, lobby, the natural ventilation, your windows, or your windows must be cross ventilation. That's what they mean by natural ventilation. The setback from the building, the setback from the front. So let's quickly go over it. So when you want to draw a floor plan, let's go to our AutoCAD. Alright, when you want to draw a floor plan, let's go back to our plan rather. You have to give a consideration. For instance, let's go to the floor plan of our site. Okay, this is site plan. So when you are drawing, you must know the setback from your building boundary. This is the property boundary of this building. This is the survey plan. This is the property boundary. So you must give minimum distance of 6 meters from the front. This is our gate side. This is our road. We must leave a minimum of 6 meters to the front, minimum of 3 meters by the side left and right side, and minimum of 3 meters to the back. So that is the minimum standard requirement if you want to draw your floor plan. So when you get your survey plan, you plot it in your AutoCAD. I've told us how to draw that, how to plot survey plan. So if you have not come across our video on that, just go to our channel. You see the video there, how to plot a survey plan of our site. So from there you have to know the minimum size that you need to leave before you start your building. Okay, so and when you are drawing, when you want to start your building, you must know this minimum requirements. So let's quickly go to AutoCAD to start our drawing. You want to draw a floor plan of two bedroom floor plan of a bungalow. Okay, when you open your AutoCAD for the first time, when you open a new file rather, this may be on your screen, on your model screen. This is grid. So we are going to quickly look at the settings that will make our work to be more easier. So you come here and off your grid by clicking on it. Off your grid, then you set your unit. Is very important. You have to set your unit to whatever unit you want to work with. Is very important. If you are working with metric units, metric unit, we have millimeter, kilometer, etc. But in engineering and architectural drawing, we make use of millimeter. So you want to set your unit I've taught us this, but I'll quickly go over it. Let's use command. You type UN from your keyboard and press enter. Let's wait for it so that it can pop up the dialog box. It will pop up the dialog box of our unit. Right. So under decimal, under type, just leave decimal. Under precision, change it to how many decimal places do you want it to be. Let's leave it in 2 decimal places. Then by default, inches will be there. Change it to millimeter. Okay, I think this is all what you need. Just click OK. All right. So also there's another setting that you need to do. We call it OSNAP setting. OSNAP setting. You come here where you see object snap. You right click on it and click on object snap setting. To bring a dialog box, to pop up a dialog box also. All right. So what this one is simply means that it's when you tick it, you know, if I untick the box, when I draw anything, it will not show me the end point of that line or the midpoint of it or the center. For example, if I draw a circle, it will not show me the center, but by ticking it, anytime I draw a line or a circle, to show me each segment of that shape. For instance, if it is line, show me the beginning of the line, the midpoint of the line, and the end point. Alright, you click OK when you are done. So that's the basic setting. Then the other one is the auto. You should know the time you have to put off your auto and the time you have to put it on. But now let's put it on because we want our line to be straight and not wobbling. Okay, so let's start from our line. We want to draw 2 bedroom. Let's say we want to draw a 2-bedroom plan from a square meter of 120 square meter. That's 10 meter by 12 meter. That's 120 square meter. Okay, so we can just take our triangle, click on a triangle, or you use line to draw a triangle. I've taught us how to do this. You can use your line. Click line, click on the screen. Okay, and you click on the screen, you want to draw a rectangle of 12 meter by 10 meter. That's where we want to put our 2-bedroom floor plan. Alright, so let's put 12,000 millimeter. Remember, we are working in millimeter, so what you are putting is 12,000. Alright, you press enter. Okay, then you can zoom. Alright, okay, you can press escape. These are 12 meter line. I'll zoom it. Okay, these are 12 meter. You can take this UCS, this is called UCS, to one side. I just type UCS and press enter. Then type M and press enter. Then just click this corner to put your UCS. Okay, this is our 12 meter line. Let's check. If you want to check, just type DIST on your keyboard and press enter. Click the first point of your line and the second point of your line and the end point rather. Okay, that shows that it's 12 meter line. Alright, so go and pick your line again and click the end point, take it down. We want it to be 10 meter here. Press enter, then take it to your left side, put your 12 meter again. Right, put your 12,000 millimeter rather, and press enter. And you can close it by putting your 10,000 millimeter. 1, 2, 3. Press enter. Okay, so these are a box of 12,000 by 10,000 millimeter that we want to use to draw our floor plan. All right. Okay, so we are using a wall thickness of 225 millimeter wall thickness. You can also use wall thickness of 150, which that is 6 inches block, while 225 millimeter is 9 inches block. That's the type of block we are using in this part of the world, in Africa, in Nigeria precisely. Okay, so let's offset our line now to create a wall thickness. So we are using a block thickness of 225 millimeter. So you type O from your keyboard. We are using command, which means offset. You press enter, then you input 225, which is your block thickness, and press enter. And you go and click your line and click inside. Click it, click inside. Click it, click inside. Click it, click inside. Alright, we've offset our line to give us a wall thickness of 225, which is 225 millimeter. Alright, okay, now we want to offset our room. Like I told us earlier on, you have to have the minimum standard for your room. Let's check the minimum standard that you have for room. For instance, our room should be 10.8 meters square, which means if you are using 3 meter by 3 meter, it's 9 square meters, not up to. So let's use 3 meter by 4 meter. That should be 12 meters square, which is okay for our room. So let's go back to our AutoCAD. So let's offset. It can be more than that. Our room 12 meter can be more than that. So let's just offset here. Press O, enter. Press enter on the keyboard. Let's put our room size to be 3000. Let's press enter. Then you click this side. Alright, so you press escape key, press O, enter again, put your 225, press enter to offset your wall thickness. Press escape key. Okay, so we want to divide this to give us our room. We want to create 2 rooms along this area. So what we are going to do is to divide this place into 2 by clicking line, then we look for midpoint. Don't forget we have set our O snap to give us the midpoint. Alright, so you just click the midpoint. We've bisected it into 2. So we are going to offset our wall. You know, this we are using wall of 225, at least 225 millimeters. So if you are offsetting it, if you are dividing that one into 2 now, you are going to use 112.5. So press O, which is offset, press enter. 112.5, press enter. So we offset to this side, we offset to this side to give us our wall thickness. Then you delete the midline. Press delete on your keyboard. Then let's trim it. Let's trim our line. So if you want to trim, you can use your trim tools or use your command. If you want to use your trim, just click on your trim. Then you click on anywhere you want to trim. Okay, click anywhere you want to trim. I'm using AutoCAD 2021. Okay, you've trimmed this. Let's trim all this onto. Let's trim this. Let's trim this. Let's trim this. Okay, let's trim all these areas. Let's trim them. Okay, so from these our 2 rooms, let's create a toilet. Let's create a toilet. Each room will have toilet. So we are going to have toilets for each room. We're going to have toilets for each room. Okay, let's check the minimum standard for toilet. So for toilet, you need to get 3 meters square. That is, it must be minimum of 3 meters square. It can be more than that. But that's the minimum. Okay, if we are creating toilets now, let's check the size, the length of our room by typing DIS T and press enter. You click the first point here, click the end point here. So we have 4.6, almost 4.6 meter length by 3 meter width. Okay, so we are going to offset this line to give us our toilet to this side. So let's make our toilet to be 2 meter by, or 1.8 meter by 3 meter. So if you multiply that, it will be more than 3 meter. So you type O from the keyboard and press enter. I'm using command. If you want to use your dashboard, you come here and click your offset. Come here and click your offset. Okay, this is your offset. So come here and click your offset. I click my offset to ask me for distance. Let me put 1800 millimeter for my toilet. I press enter, and I'll offset, click the line, and click the side I want it to be. Let's create for this other room too. Alright, so I've offset my toilet. Let's check the distance that remains. .8. Oh, it means we cannot have 1.8 to this side. We can have 1.2. We can have 1.2 because it will take the whole size of our room. So let's type O and press enter and put 1200. That will be the width of our toilet. So you can click to offset it. Click to offset. Alright. Press escape. So let's offset to give our block thickness. Press enter. Okay, so let's check the size of our room now. If it's up to 3 meter. Okay, it's up to 3 meter. It means we can extend our room to this side to give it a good square meter. Okay, so let's increase our room. Since we have more space here, we can increase our room. So how do we do that? So that we can move this wall to this side. So we just select the wall. Let's select the wall by clicking on it. Then you go and click on move. I've taught us how to use move. Then you click on the line and move. So we can move by distance. Let's increase it by 2000. Just put 2000 and press enter. Okay, move it by 2000. Okay, we can extend this our toilet to this wall by you can use your command by typing EX and press enter on your keyboard. then you go and click on the line you want to extend. You can select them together. We've extended it. Alright, so we now have our room is now bigger. It's bigger. You can trim this or you join them together. Let's trim it by typing TR and press enter. You trim it and extend it later. Trim it. Let's trim it. Okay, so let's extend it by typing EX. You can use of command EX and press enter. Select it to extend. Okay. Alright, so this is our toilet for this room. This toilet is for this room. This toilet is for this room. Okay. Now let's create a lobby between this living room. We're going to create our living room here, our kitchen around this area, our dining around this area. So let's offset. From our standard minimum, our lobby should be 1.2 meter at least. Should be 1.2 meter. So we can create our lobby by typing O and press enter. Put 1200 and press enter. So we can offset this by 1.2. Then let's offset the wall thickness. Type O and press enter. Put 225 millimeter. Press enter to create your wall. Click it and press and click the side you want the offset line to be. Press escape key. Alright, so let's make our lobby to be here. Let's make our lobby to be here. So you click line. We want our lobby to be here. You don't want to waste all this space. So click line. Then trim. Trim this area. You offset. Extend. Let's extend this. Let's extend this. Let's trim it. Alright, so this is our lobby. We still do more work on it, but we created a space for our lobby. These two rooms will be sharing this lobby. So let's use a line. We soon convert this line to dotted line. That's to show us that this is a lobby. So let's just leave a single line here. Let's trim. Okay, let's create our kitchen. So we can create our kitchen from here. We can use our line. Let's make this whole area to be our kitchen. Let's offset it. Trim it. Okay, let's create our dining from here. Let's first trim so that we can offset the line. Trim this. If you don't trim it, you want to offset it to offset the whole length of the line. So we don't want that. So let's offset. Let's check what's the minimum standard for our kitchen. It should be 5.4. So if you have 2 meter by 3 meter, that's 6 square meter. It's enough. It can be more than that. It can be 3 meter by 3 meter. So let's go back to our drawing. So So let's offset 3000 millimeter to create our kitchen. Okay, and it can be more than that. Let's offset 4000. Let's make our kitchen be 4000, because you see you have a lot of space. Okay, so you can delete this. Can delete this. Can delete all the songs. Extend it. Okay, so this space will be for our dining. To be for our dining. Let's offset. And trim. This space can be for our dining. Let's extend this. Okay. You can also create a store from here. Let's create a store from this side. Let's create a store. Let's check the distance. Control this. You can also extend this and use it for our visitor toilet. Let's check the distance. Okay. So let's check the minimum requirement for our visitor toilet. 1.8, which means we can have 2 meter by 1 meter is enough for visitor toilet. 2 meter by 1 meter, and it can be more than that. So let's offset. Let's close this line, or let's offset our wall. Okay, so we can have this whole area for our visitor toilet. Have this area for our visitor toilet. This will be for our kitchen. This will be for our dining. This will be our living room. Let's check the size of our living room, because there is a minimum standard for that too. So we have 6 meter by 4.9. This is big enough. Let's check minimum distance, minimum square for our living room. Bedroom, we will give living room. We are not giving the, but it must be more than the living room and the bedroom. So with that size, we are good to go. We are good to go. Okay. So we've created a space for all the space that we need. Let's trim. Let's trim. Okay. So we can create our veranda from here. Let's offset 1.5 for veranda. Okay, so this area will be for our living room. We can have our veranda here. Let's offset our wall thickness. Okay, so let's check the distance of our living room now and see what it will give a 4.8, which is okay. And the width, let's check this width also, 4.9, which is okay. Right, so we can have this area for our veranda or entrance porch. Try this. Okay, so let's create our door. Let's create our door. With this our lobby, you can see we increase it by cutting part of our toilet, because we are going to create entrance door to all those rooms. So let's offset by 1 meter. So let's delete this. Let's delete this. Let's offset the wall thickness. Okay, let's comment this. Let's trim. Alright, so have the space for our two rooms, one room here, one room here, with their toilet. This is their lobby, this dining, this kitchen, this is visitor toilet, this is our living room. This is our living room. So we can create our entrance door here. This will be veranda. So this will be our veranda. Let's extend the line at this point. Can delete this. This is our veranda. So we can create our door now. Click line to offset. So let's make our door to be 1,200 millimeter. That's 4 feet. Now trim. Okay, this is our entrance door. We can create it here anywhere you want to create it. Let's create it here. Let's undo. Let's create our door here. Let's offset 1,200. Let's trim. So this will be our door here. So let's create our door for our kitchen. So our door for kitchen will be 900 millimeter, which is 3 feet. The entrance door will be 4 feet, which is 1,200. It can be more than that, but for the kitchen, let's use 3 feet, which is 900 millimeter. So you offset to get your 900. Then you trim. So this is our door. We're going to put our door symbol there later. Okay, so let's get our door for our room. So this space will be for our door to our room. So we will set 900. For the door to the room should be 900 also. Or let's offset from here. Let's offset from this side. Let's offset 900. So let's trim. Let's escape and trim. Okay, this will be our door to this room. Door space. Let's close this up with line, so that we can use the line to offset. Then press escape, then type here, enter and trim. This will be our space for this room. Don't forget we have our, don't forget we can trim this to give us the extent of our lobby area. Let's do one. Let's do this. Okay, so let's create door for our toilet. So the door for the toilet should be 750 millimeter, which is 2.5 feet. So type O, press enter, put your 750, press enter, then offset. Click on it and put the side you want it to be. Let's start here and trim them. So this is the where we're going to put our door. So we have our door here. Let's put our door for toilet here also. Let's do it. It doesn't start from where I want it to start. Set. Press escape, type TR, enter, and trim it. So gotten done. So to remain our visitor toilet, let's create the door. So visitor toilet. Where should we put the door? Should we put it here or we put it on this side? Let's put it on this side. Let's put it on this side. I'll set 750. Let's trim it. Trim it. Okay, so it's done for our visitor toilet. I'll save it by typing Ctrl S. Let's save our work. This here is no this because anything, maybe our system battery has drained. So let's save it. Let's see floor plan. Let's make it in capital letter. Floor 2 bedroom floor plan. Let's save it to desktop. Let's click save. That's how to save our drawing. Okay. So let's create window now for our rooms and living room. So our window must be cross ventilated. So let's create a window here. Let's make our window here. So let's make our window to be 4 feet for the rooms with 4 feet, which is 1,200. So we're going to offset 600 to one side. Let's make our window to be at the midpoint, at the middle, to be positioned at the middle. So 600 to this side, 600 to this side. Then we can delete the middle line. Type here and trim this and trim this. So we create space for our window. Let's do the same thing for this place. Okay. This one is not giving us center here because we have not trimmed it, so we need to trim this wall so that it can give us the center of this line. So let's type line, let's do this line to divide it. So we can now set 600 to this side. So our window for toilet, let's make it 2 feet by 2 feet. So it should be 600. So we're going to offset 300 to both sides. And trim. Let's do the same thing for this one. Let's do the same for this toilet too. Set 300 to both sides. Let's trim it. Let's create our window here too. Offset. This one should be 600 by 600. But I'm setting 600 to both sides rather. Also, let's do the same thing for this one. Let's offset 600 to both sides. So this is our dining. Let's give it the window of, let's make it 4 feet also. But first, let's trim this wall so that we can get the center of our dining. Let's see something. Let's trim. Okay, so to remain this room and the room, let's do the same thing. So let's see something. Let's escape and type TR and trim them. Okay. Tap and enter again to invoke your line. Click the midpoint. Then offset 600 to both sides to create your window. Or enter, let's do it again. 600. Offset 600 to this side. 600 to this side. Press escape to TR. Press TR for your keyboard. Okay, so let's trim this wall to give us the center of this. So let's offset 600 both sides. Trim it. Let's start enter again to invoke our line. Click the midpoint, then offset 600. If you like, you can put more windows in your living room. Press escape. Type TR, press enter, then trim it. To give you your space, the space of your window. Alright, so we've created space for our door and for our window. So what remains now is to be putting our door and window shape symbols in our plan. Okay, so we continue in the part 2 of this video of practical applications of Autocad 2D to floor plan drawing. Thank you for watching. Please comment, subscribe to this channel so that you can be seeing our video anytime we upload it, and like it, help us share it. Thank you for watching.